What's going on, guys? It's BM Luck, and today I'm bringing you a video on Ball X Pit. If you don't know what this is, it's a roguelike, and it's similar to Megabonk, except you do a lot of different things. So, as you can see here, you start off the game and you have a harvesting area where you can upgrade, get new characters, do a bunch of stuff. Now we're gonna go into the actual game. Let's go. So all you do is you shoot balls at enemies to clear bosses. That is how the game is ran, and it's pretty fun. So we're gonna try and get as far as we can and just try to win. I'm playing on a harder difficulty. I've already played the first little bit just off camera. If you want to look, it is in my live. I was playing it on live for a little bit. But here's where you upgrade. Every time you get XP, you get to pick an upgrade you get to get. So for this instance, we're going to pick Magic Staff. I didn't really mean to pick it, but we'll see. So we're on a harder difficulty now, and we're basically just shooting balls at enemies trying to get characters. If you are into roguelikes, by the way, this isn't sponsored. I'm not big enough for it to be sponsored. But if you're into roguelikes, please try this game. It's free on Game Pass, or I think it's like $10 on Steam, maybe 20. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you join my Discord as well. It'll be linked in the description below. That'll be one way for you to get into the giveaway. And Vampire Ball, one of the best balls in the game. It gives you health, and it just every time you hit an enemy, you have a chance to get health back. So healing potions don't really drop that often in this game. So you need to deal with your health wisely, and especially on these harder difficulties, you'll see that I'm struggling. Like, I'm playing on, I think, the second difficulty. It's called fast, but it is very hard, and I'm trying to beat it, but it's hard. But like I was saying, hit that subscribe button, join the Discord. If you want to come play with me, I play all types of games. I'll be up in there all the time. So just message when you're in there. Hit me up. Give me video ideas if you want me to play more games like this. I would love to. And it looks like 99% of you guys aren't subscribed. So please hit that subscribe button and join the squad as we grow into a bigger channel. I'm hoping that, my energy and just everything along the way will get you guys to have some enjoyable entertainment as we go through this journey together. So now I'm going to go with Bottle Tornado. It has a chance to throw 3 extra balls through like at random, so it really just gives you a lot more damage. And as you can see, like, the closer these enemies get to you, the more of a chance they have to do damage. And then these fusions, they give you upgrades. So once you hit all your abilities at level 3, you can actually fusion them together to make a better ball that does a lot more damage or heal. Right now I've been playing this game for a little bit. I've played it for about 4 hours so far, and the only ball that I can see that has healing is that vampire ball. So I would recommend trying to get that every single time you play this game. And then, as you can see, that little exclamation point, we got past it, and there is the boss right there on screen. So he takes a lot more damage, and he's very hard to kill. So you want to focus him, because if he gets close to you, he does about 20 damage per shot. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. And yeah, like, it's kind of wild that all you do is just throw balls, and then every character has its like specific set of abilities. So this one is a wizard or a mage. So he actually gets a burn ability straight off the bat. The character you start with, he gets a stab ability, so it gives a lot of stabs. But as you can see, I'm just picking up XP. That iron ball is really good as well. It does a lot of damage. It's just slow. So just be careful when you're using it. I try to stay away from the ghost balls just because they go through enemies. So a lot of your balls will just go straight through enemies, and then you'll kind of be screwed because all your balls will be in the back of the cube. And then this is what I was talking about, fusion. So you get to pick two balls that you have that are level 3 and combine them and make them into a stronger ball. So like here, Vampire Earthquake, 30 to 70 damage. Each hit has 6% chance of healing, and then it does AoE damage, which is area of effect. So, I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. I've never really played roguelikes like that. So, it's been a very enjoyable game for me for sure. But as you can see, I'm starting to struggle. These characters are getting very, very close to me, and I'm trying to pick them off. But like, as you can see, if you focus on one type of enemy too quickly, more enemies get closer to you, and then you kind of just you lose a lot of damage. So as you can see, this first run through, we get hit a lot and we die. We barely got to second boss, and we did 520 kills, 520 XP, and then I'm going into another one just to show you some more. Every single time you play and every single time you get XP, you get different balls. And then as you play through the levels, you get more balls. So you'll see in this run, I actually get a dark ball, which it does a lot of damage and a lot of AoE damage. So let's get right into it. So I decided not to upgrade the burn, and Ethereal Cloak is the one that goes through enemies. And it's good. It's just it can really affect you in the long run because all your balls start to stay behind the enemy and you can't do anything. You can't grab them unless it clears a path. But even still, you'll be losing a lot of health. So just remember that when you're playing. And if you, like I said, if you like games like this, I really think they did a great job with this game. And here we go. We're going to get our next upgrade. So Midnight Oil, it does fire damage. It does extra fire damage when you land a burn. And this is specifically for this character, or if you get a burn ball. You just gotta, you really gotta build your character how you like it. Like I said, I try to stray away from ghost balls or the balls that go through enemies because it really can affect you. Like, there it is, dark ball. So it does a lot of damage and it does multiplier damage, and I got that from completing the first boss on the normal difficulty. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. A lot of these builds, it's going to be personal preference, so try to stick to something you like. But I really recommend getting, if you get that vampire ball first straight off the bat, I recommend getting that straight off the bat. And then there's certain abilities like this one that I'm about to get. It is um there's another fusion. So sometimes fusions have random hits of actually upgrading a lot of your gear. So it can upgrade up to 5 pieces that aren't level 3. So it's kind of random, but just try to get those every time you have a chance of getting them. And then, like I said, you get this one ability, and I think if you mixed it with vampire balls, you will really do good. So it's called Ever Flowing Goblet, and it heals you 20% past your maximum. So when you have vampire balls with that, you get almost a full 20% of extra health, and it really just sets you up for whenever the game gets into the harder end game bosses. Um, and there we go. So we're going to get past this last little bit of guys, and then we're going into the first boss. And like I said, the bosses, you want to kind of focus them, but you also want to try and get these guys out of here. And there's that ghost ball I was talking about. It flies through enemies, so just be careful. And then I luckily got the vampire ball, but it was too late at this point. Usually when you play this game on normal, at least, you can get through all these first wave characters very, very quickly. but I don't know what happened this game. I was just struggling for some reason to get the right balls that I needed, and it ended up affecting me later down the road on this. So just make sure you keep your builds how you want to keep them. And then I've only unlocked 2 characters so far. So I know there's 8 blueprints on this specific map so far. So whenever you get more, you get more characters. So I think there's 8 characters to be unlocked on this first one, and then there's 2 more maps that you can play on. And then we got Vampire Lord. It does a lot of damage, and it stacks bleeding damage. So like I said, you want to get that ball and then evolution it with different balls, because it, like, as you can see, I'm doing like 100 damage per hit it gets. So just focus evolving him, focus trying to get the ones that you want. And for some reason, this difficulty has a lot more archers. Usually in the normal first starting out game mode, it's only about, it's probably like 10 archers per first stage and then maybe 20 per second. So just, you really got to focus. And then here I die, and yeah. That is Ball X Pit. We got 459 kills, and you can also see like all the damage that you were doing with your ball over here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please drop a like, subscribe, join that Discord, and I'll see you in the next one. Please comment if you guys want more videos like this. Peace out.